Now we are based on 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, in my last video when the price was here, we mentioned if you want to look for buy, we prefer to get a deeper correction. And this is what we get. And now we mentioned we had the sell from here. And when we mentioned if even the price was here, actually we mentioned if we get any correction similar to this, we can look for sell. But we consider as a short term. As we can see, the price sharply dropped. There was a second opportunity. That's why we call it the short-term sell, because we mentioned anytime we get the sell, when we get into the profit, we start to manage because of this. All right. Okay. Now the thing is, as we can see, we get a sharp move. Now we want to see whether this is a correction for buy or not. Okay, this is a reversal or not. But the only thing is we have this. And actually, the best things was if we get the breakout of the trend line. Okay. By the way, it's not really important. The only things we want to see, because right now we cannot buy because this one easily can drop back, similar to what we had here. Okay. And we want to see whether this one can be a few hours here. Then we consider as a correction before we look for buy. In this case, we move to higher time frame. All right. If we move to forward, I mean daily chart. Okay. If I put back everything, we mentioned whether this is the start of the reversal or this one can be a correction for one more drop to test this one, this trend line. Okay, may I move this one a bit higher? Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it if we move to forward chart. All right, as we can see, we have been waiting for the breakout of this. This is what we had, and no one is what the way this one is forming is we cannot consider for the breakout based on forward chart. All right, that means we cannot call it a trade setup because this one can turn to a bigger correction similar to what we have had the first one, second, third, a flat in relative to this, and this one can drop and retest this one. Sorry, test this one. Okay, that's why we mentioned when the price was within this one, we mentioned any buy we should be considered. If we want to look for buy, we should get a deeper correction. What we get. Now we want to see this is a correction in relative to this for continuation or not. Okay, in this case, we move to 1 hour chart. Okay, based on 1 hour chart, still we can consider we are within this down move. But the only thing is whether we can get any buy from here or not. As I mentioned, first of all, we cannot jump into the trade in case this one tend to the price to drop similar to what we had here. Okay, and the second thing, since we have this one, we need to wait for the bigger correction. If we want to buy, it depends how deep it can go, whether we can get any trade set up or not. But the only option is based on what we have right now. Maybe we can have an entry above this. Okay, maybe we can put the entry above this or here, which is 3.916 exact. Okay, and what we want, if this is the start of the up move, any sharp move continuation, we take the trade. But what we want, price tag and continue. If the price tag within 1 or 2 hours is not moving, for sure we can get the down move. The price can drop. That's why if anyone wants to have entry above this, they should know how to manage it. Why I don't want to put entry above this, because it maybe we get easily price drop and tag and drop. Okay, now having entry above here or here, it depends on the traders. Okay, by the way, to be more safe, we put it above the stop, which is 3.196 exact. All right, but if this one turn to a correction for buy, maybe we don't need to have entry. We change, I mean, our entry to above this, but right now we keep it here. By the way, we just want to see if we want to look for buy, whether we can get any buy from here. Can we consider this one as a reversal, or still we can expect the price to drop? I think still we can expect this one to be a deeper correction. By the way, we just follow the chart. We see what we get from here. If I get any update, I will share. Thanks.